Do you love motherhood, but you also feel like you're drowning? Do you feed your kids organic fruit, but don't mind some screen time? Then this is the podcast for you. We are the Scrunchy Moms Club who like to keep it real and relatable about the roller coaster of motherhood. We aren't silky moms, we aren't crunchy moms, but we are scrunchy moms. Welcome back, Scrunchy Moms Club.
Welcome back. Hello, we're here. We
have
survived.
We have a little bit of a new setup right now for me.
You do.
I do, because your girl just doesn't want to sit in a chair today.
You're putting yourself on bed rest.
I'm gonna put me first. Okay. I'm gonna put me first. Yeah, I just want to sit on the couch. And was this a little bit of a thing to set up? Yes, but I think right now at this moment in my life, comfort is everything. So
it is.
I know you get the background of my kitchen. Hopefully it's not crazy terrible.
It's a beautiful kitchen.
Thank you so much. I cleaned it a little bit last night, but this morning is a new day. So you just,
right,
like we were saying last episode, it's like it never ends. Like your kitchen can be clean for 45 minutes and then
especially with toddlers.
And then one of these gremlins come in and say I'm hungry. So
especially Jonah, he's an eater. That one, he lives in the kitchen.
He lives, breathes, dies, eats me out of house and home. This man, but God, is he freaking cute.
And he has a great metabolism because he
has like little abs. Let me tell you, Sam and I always say that he's gonna be that kid that like doesn't have to try, and he's like skinny with abs.
Yeah, he's gonna be that annoying. A lot of it's just like men in general have that, but he especially has that where he can just eat, and then he has these abs, and then he's just like ripped and skinny and beautiful.
So nice,
Yeah.
So, how you doing, Savannah?
I'm good. I'm actually like surprisingly peppy from having just come. Oh, hi, Kitty. Having just come from.
Don't mind me.
Coming from my trip. So I'm tired, but I'm hanging in there. June is just popping because.
Yeah, I feel like you and I have both been so busy, and I've been so behind on like clips and like just posting. So I do want to apologize to our fan base. Yeah, it's just been kind of wild. So
no, June kicked off the summer real hard at my house because I just got back from a trip, which I'll talk about. And then literally today, after I'm done recording, I'm picking up my friend from the airport, and we're going to our little staycation, going on another trip. Club, then another club, then another club. So I'm just like exhausted, running on pure, I don't even know, coffee at this point, but I'm hanging in there. I'm surviving. One thing about me, I'm a survivor. And
you're not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder.
And so I don't know. Should we just get into the trip recap first?
Yeah, let's be brief. Because I know we could like really get into it. So let's start with you, because your
thing is like we did a whole travel last time I went on the airplane with kids. So like, I'm going to keep it brief. I'm not really going to do tips and tricks or whatever.
No. Just give us the overall experience and how.
Yeah. I do want to say, and I'm sure I've said this before I go into the trip, I think it cannot be said enough, and it's not talked about enough, how much a vacation with kids, like two truths. Yes, so much fun, so many core memories. The kids have a blast. But like at the other time, it just cannot be said enough. It's not vacation. Vacation with kids is not vacation.
100,000,000,000%.
It is not. It's parenting, as we say. It's parenting in a new location. If anything, it is more stressful than parenting at your house, because at your house, you know your house. Everything's safety, kid-proof. Everything is safe. When you go into quote-unquote vacation, parenting in a new location, now you have to juggle the variables of a new place that's not kid-proof, a new environment, the schedules go out the window, a new time zone. Like, it's just, I just don't think it's talked about enough how it's not vacation. So I will not be calling it vacation. But my trip that I went on, honestly, that aside, it was great. The kids had a blast. I think that's the most important part. The kids had a blast. One thing about Geo, he acclimates so well. Like so it was great. The travel is what we were the most nervous about because the last plane did not go so well.
Right.
Geo is like 3 years old, so he's the age where like he's great on planes. He has the attention span. You can put an iPad and he will watch 3 movies and be fine. Julian is the age where like I feel like every plane ride, because that developmental every month they're like different, right? So when we went on the trip in February, he was like 19 months. Horrible. Did not have the attention span, like could not just be confined to the
Right.
seat. Horrible. This time around, it was only like 5 months out later. Beautiful. He did so good. So all I will say about that is like, I think give yourself grace, parents, if like they do horrible, because your next trip, they're going to be a new age and it's completely different. Also, I will say I went a different route with like, instead of one long flight, I did 2 short flights with a long layover. 10 out of 10 would recommend that way. Like so much better. Yes, it's a longer travel day for you as the parent, but breaking it up for the kids is so
Yeah.
much better because one, they only have to sit for like small period of times at a time. Plus the long layover was perfect because
Well,
they
let's
could
just say
nap.
anything like 3 hours and longer, you should do
Try to break it up if you
try to
can.
break it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Like
you were
there's
going from
some,
Florida to California. That's like a 4.5, almost 5 hour
it's a 5 hour
direct
flight. Yeah.
flight.
So like
Yeah.
there's certain flights, like if you're going out of the country that you can't break it up, it has to be a long flight. But definitely when you're traveling in the country, try to break it up. It is better for them. They were able to nap during the layover, get food, get their wiggles out. Actually, the Dallas airport has like what they call a little playground. So
I
like,
know exactly. Yeah, and it's a huge airport too. Yeah.
yeah, so 10 out of 10 would recommend that route. The trip itself, like I said, parenting a new location, a little stressful for us, but the kids had a blast and that's what's important. And the same thing with the flight back. It was beautiful. It honestly, Julian really surprised me. Like he sat down and
So
watched
good.
2 movies. He sat and watched 2 movies, which the 2 movies were his 2 favorite movies and the only movies he will sit for, which if any parent wants to try. Finding Nemo, any kid loves Finding Nemo. He sat through the entire Finding Nemo. And our newfound favorite movie that he will sit through the whole thing is the Blues Clues movie. It's really good.
Wait, what? There's a Blue's Clues movie?
Yeah, but it's the new Blues Clues with Josh, which I don't know if you still haven't given him a chance.
No, I haven't given him a chance.
Oh my god, he's amazing. I love him. He's
Okay.
a fellow Asian, so I love the representation there. And yeah, so it's him. It's a Blues Clues movie, and like Julian will sit through the entire hour-and-a-half movie. So that got us through. Those 2 movies got us through the flight. He did
Amazing.
great. They napped. Julian napped on both layovers, and Geo napped both plane rides. So like it worked beautifully. Like I literally, it was chef's kiss.
Ugh,
So yeah,
so happy because the last time was so different. So I'm just
yeah.
so
Oh,
happy.
and
And
I
you
guess
get trained, you get seasoned.
you get seasoned, and then I think one last thing I'll say is like the going in for the prior trip 5 months ago, I did all the things I see on TikTok. I brought the games, the toys. This time I threw that all out the window. I brought like 1 or 2 coloring things, but like as expected, that lasted 30 seconds. I gave him the iPads, and like that just got us through, and the snacks. You
That's
just have
fine.
to, yeah, you just have to survive. And I also know that those plane rides will not always be like that. Like they could be popping off the next plane ride, but I will take the win where I can. And yeah,
Some days may be good, some days may be shit.
literally. So it was good. All in all, it was a good experience.
So
Yeah.
happy.
And I will also say what I also did was we did like an afternoon night flight the first time, which I thought was better because like they're fully rested, they're fully napped, and then those plane rides went to shit, right? But these plane rides, we left at like we had to wake them up at 4 a.m. We had to
Right.
leave. We had to be at the airport by 5. I was so nervous about that because I'm like, oh, they're gonna have like, we're gonna have to wake them up. They're big cranky. No, I would definitely recommend the early morning flight because they're so tired that they're kind of like they're in that like zombie sort of tired compliant. They're kind of like okay, and then they'll sit and watch TV, and then they're tired enough they will nap. So like all my choices, I liked what I did the second time around.
Yeah, I agree with the early morning flights. It's a
Yeah.
bitch, but it's so much better in the end of the day.
It's so much better. Yeah. So early morning flight, layover, recommend.
Beautiful. I'm so
Yeah.
happy.
So how about you? You had a little staycation.
I had a little
Staycation is all
staycation.
I ever wanted. I would sing that to Taylor when, like, there would be things that would happen on the trip that, like, Julian was overtired because, of course, they're gonna be kids. And then I would
Yeah.
just be like, "Vacation, all I ever wanted," and he'd just roll his eyes, like.
Right. I know. It is all we've ever wanted. No, we had a great time. We went to Anna Maria Island on the West Coast. It's just such a beautiful place. It's Sam and I's happy place. It's a special place to us in our family. And we stayed at a hotel that like had beach access right across the street. I'm in my comfort era and I got us a cabana. Let me tell you, 10 out of 10. Sam was pissed at first, but then once we were in it, he was like, "Thank you so much for getting this." And I'm like,
Once you go cabana, you never go back.
"That is so true."
We
Like,
talked about
I
this
think we
last
talked
time.
about this that like I don't think I can go to another pool or theme park or like water park or anything. And it sounds so bougie, but let me tell you, it's worth. Comfort is just so important to me.
So important.
Yeah, comfort and convenience. So, yeah, we had a cabana. Jonah like lived his best damn life on the beach. Like the beach is just such a sensory experience for him
It is,
and
yeah.
he's so calm and he's so happy and like minimal stimming. It's like kind of interesting when like he's at the beach, it's just so
Therapeutic for him almost.
it really is kind of therapeutic for him. Yeah. And so he's having a blast. Me on the other hand, I'm glad we went when we went because I think even if I went this weekend, I would have not been happy.
Like the heat.
The heat, it was hot. I expected it to be a little more breezy, like because the beach is usually a little more like sea breeze. So it was hot, but I did have all the necessary, things. And we all know how I feel about the beach. So like, yes, did I sit and eat snacks and drink and do what I needed to do? Yes. And I went
just walk out for the picture and
I
then
walked
walk right
out for
back
my pictures. And that was about it because Sam was on play with Jonah duty, and Grandma stepped in a lot, and I would sit with Renee, and like everybody else would go do their thing, and that's fine. Yeah, so I think I'm glad I went when I went. Like 31 weeks was like a good time to go because like I said, I think any further would have been just not the time. So yeah, we went and beach time and dinners and our hotel was fine. Getting Jonah to sleep at the hotel was a journey, but it took 35 minutes of me.
I don't know the past tense of forego, but you went without any pack and play air mattress anything? You were going to sleep with
because
him?
it was a king and then not a trundle, a
Murphy
bed
bed?
queen. And I was like, I'm not going to add I was like, I would rather not bring things we don't have to bring. And he does have to learn how to sleep in a bed. So I already knew it was going to be a shit show. Kind of the same thing as like our last staycation for my birthday where I knew it was going to be a whole thing, but I mentally prepared myself and it was fine. And I ended up having to like literally hold him down and like it was like putting a Demogorgon to sleep.
Like forcefully cuddle him to sleep.
And then he finally fell asleep and then he slept through the night beautifully, woke up at 8:00. Like what could be better? So I will say that was the hardest part, but no, really chill, like really good times. And we got really beautiful pictures on the beach, and Anna Maria is also just like, no, their sunsets are just always incredible. And let me tell you that she did not disappoint. So we got really good sunset pictures. My belly was out and about. Maybe I'll share them like a little bit later on.
Your belly was out and about.
Yeah, it was. I know. I was like debating. I'm like, do I post it now or maybe I'm going to do it a little. I don't know if maybe I'll do it. Maybe like right before I give birth. I don't know. I'm deciding when I want to post because they are gorgeous and they should be displayed to the world because I am stunning. My son is stunning. My husband is stunning. The sunset was stunning. Like, I can't stress that enough. So we did that. So we got really good maternity photos, and so did Renee and Mitch, and then I did have a little bit of a of a problem leaving. I'm just like my
Oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna open up. I'm not gonna open up too much, but my constipation is just really bad. Let's just say, and I'm suffering the consequences really hard. And it's that last 2 hours of the trip was really hard.
I feel like that's a universal pregnant experience where like you get to a point where you're so constipated and you have to like poop so bad that you think you're gonna push the baby out. Like you just have to like it. I think that's a universal experience. At least it was mine too. So like we've all been there. It's crazy because like everything is smushed in there, and so
When it
it gets
happens
hard.
at a restaurant on the beach, like it's not fun. But I
Right.
will say the bathrooms were not terrible. Like it was fine, but whatever. I had an interesting car ride home. Everything was fine. So all in all, a great little tiny staycation, a little last hurrah for the Berlant family before we become a family of four. So
So crazy.
yeah, that's that. And then I wanted to chat about my, I went to high risk yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to high risk yesterday. Girl, oh my gosh. This little girl is already measuring at 4 pounds 5 ounces.
That's a big deal over here, guys.
It is a big deal over here because Jonah was 4 pounds 14 ounces when he was born, or 15 ounces, something of that degree.
He was 4 pounds when he was born, and your baby girl's 4 pounds now, and you still got 2 months left to cook. So that's crazy.
Less than 2 months.
Yeah.
I'm like 6 weeks almost. Yeah.
Oh
Like
my God.
I know it's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
So yeah, because we're already mid-June.
Yeah.
So I had my scan went much better this time around. There was no trainees, no nothing. It was actually the girl that I like.
Good.
And the doctor came, but the thing is like I don't think I told you this yesterday. The doctor came in and she's just like, fluid's fine, growth is fine, you're good, like, period.
Yeah. I think you just mentioned like how like it took you more time to like walk in and get there, than I know. Those appointments are just like,
It's just like she's
wow.
just being really laissez, and
Yeah.
I understand that I am quote unquote fine. But Sam came with me to this appointment too. And Sam and I look at each other and we're just like, what? Like, we're fine. And she wanted to graduate me from high risk. And I was like, no, I want one more time. Like, I want to come one more time before the baby's born. So she said, okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. So in 4 weeks,
Well, she's
you can come.
she's also breech right now, right? So,
Yeah, well, I was getting there. Yeah, so
oh, sorry.
she is breech right now. But the thing is, this little girl is flipping like she is just like her damn brother. She is flipping around constantly because last Thursday I had a regular OB appointment, and they don't ultrasound you at those ones, but
But they can feel it.
they feel it, and they know, like, based off the heartbeat. And he was like, oh yeah, she's head down and her feet are up, like, so she was head down Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So 4 days later, she's breeching it, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be so. And they're not worried yet. It's gonna take time. I still have time for the baby to flip, but I'm really very much at a place where I'm not going to try any of these crazy remedies. I'm going to let what is
No, you're
because
being very chill about it. I think the Lexapro is Lexaproing when in regards to the baby
not
position.
even Lexapro, but just, I think, well, I experience, we listened to a podcast where the girl, her baby was breech, and she tried all acupuncture and massages and, all the things, and it didn't work, and she still had to have a scheduled C-section, right?
Yeah.
So why am I going to put myself through more, especially at the end of my pregnancy where I am in my, worst time. I'm
Yeah.
not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. So whatever will be will be, and
Yep.
as long as we all come out alive, I'm totally okay.
Yeah, I think we've just been so with our first pregnancies and births, like anything can happen. Birth plan is honestly, no offense, like useless. It goes out the window. However, they want to come into the world is how they're going to come into the world. And why bother stressing and doing all these things when literally you have no control? These babies are in control. So the
And I've
best thing
heard
you can do
I
is just prepare for both. Like
right, and
do your research.
I've heard so many horror stories of people trying to do the flipping thing themselves and then they have a stillborn. I've heard so
Oh,
many crazy stories. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, like you said, that baby takes the wheel. Jesus takes the wheel.
yeah,
Like it is not up to me, and I am so at peace with that.
right.
So,
Yeah.
I feel really okay, but what will happen? I mean, what will que sera, sera, whatever
No,
will
it's
be.
definitely a really healthy mindset to have, especially
I'm feeling very healthy about it,
yeah,
you
it's
know?
like why bother stressing about it? There's
Why
nothing you can
bother?
do about it.
Yeah,
So, I think you said the high risk appointment is at 36 weeks?
around there, yeah.
Yeah, so like if she's still head down, maybe then they'll be like, "Okay, like let's schedule a C-section just to have it in the books and then we'll see."
Yeah. And
And
if
let me
that's
tell you, but like a scheduled C-section, like
I
it's not
know,
that
yeah.
bad.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I'm very at peace with
yeah,
it.
and I
So,
will prepare you, Mona will prepare you, like, as long as you go in prepared either way, like, knowing these both can be my outcomes, um, yeah,
I'm so chill.
you're so chill.
I'm
The
so
thing is,
chill.
like, how these babies come into the world, you don't know. Like, we were talking with our friend earlier, because, like, let's just also address, we kind of upset a little bit of the Winnie Balmer community by shitting on it. So sorry to the Winnie Palmer community. It is a great hospital, but it just made me think, like, as I was getting ready this morning, like, however the baby comes into the world is fine. Like hospitals, one person can have a great experience, one person can have a horrible experience. It's valid. But I was just thinking how, like, when you meet moms or you talk to moms, like that's one of the things in conversation, right? Like, where did you give birth? I gave birth at like Advent Health Orlando, Advent Health Celebration, Winnie Palmer. And I'm like, there's some women, badass women, who literally give birth in their cars. Like, where did you give birth? Oh, Toyota Highlander, I-4 West. Like,
My God. No,
you know
it's
what I
so
mean?
true. Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. It's fine.
Yeah. No, for
Um,
sure. And then I'm having a little bit of swelling, not gonna lie.
but your
But
blood pressure's fine.
it's not concerning. It's just like you can tell that my feet and my hands are
How are your ankles?
fine. But
Are they
they're-
cankly?
no, they're not. It's really like my hands and my toes for the most
Well, your
part.
ring still fits, so that's
Like it's
maybe you should take it off before it gets
well,
stuck.
this is not even my real ring. This is like,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Well, it's my band, but it's like
Yeah.
yeah. I so I'm having that's a new symptom as of this week. And it's just getting I'm slowing down. It was funny, I was in the group chat with you guys and I had like said I was going to host like a 4th of July shindig at my place. I have a pool. I have
Like 2 months ago, we had this aspiration.
well, Savannah was the one that like told me I was hosting. Which is fine.
The thing is, I have things that need to get to your house. So I was like, oh,
Let's
and
just
then
have a
you
party.
said, no. It was kind of you because I was like, oh, I have all these big things that I need Taylor's pickup truck to like bring to your house. And you're like, okay, well then we can have the kids go in the pool at the same time. And then more people got invited. And then yes, I might have labeled it like 4th of July party, baby shower. Like I might have done that. It just snowballed into this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also like I'm like with you guys, I'm always like, come to my pool. Like it's free. Like, whatever.
Right. You extended the invitation first, but then it just sort of escalated into like a party.
Yeah. So I invited everybody. And then I don't know, just like this week, Father's Day happened, by the way. Happy Father's Day to
It did. Yeah.
all the papas and father figures and such. And I did the tiniest little brunch for Sam. I ordered him Russ and Daughters from New York City, which is like a really famous bakery in New York. It's bagels, it's lox, it's whitefish, it's pickles. It's literally like Sam on a platter, this restaurant. So I ordered it from New York City. I gold bellied it here, and he was so happy. So we did that, and I invited his mom and like his brother and sister in law, and like and that was it. But let me tell you, that tired me the hell out just doing that. And all I had to do was put bagels in a toaster, put stuff out. Like it really wasn't that, and like tidy up slightly, right? Because I don't give a fuck. It's family. Let me tell you that took me out. So I texted the girls and I was like, guys, I just don't know if I can do 4th of July like I thought I could. Like I'm slowing down. And you guys were very like, obviously, like, we love you, no worries.
I kind of had a feeling it wasn't happening. Like, it was sort of like on the calendar, but I was like tentative, probably. So
yeah, I'm just slowing down.
It's fine.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to really just listen to my body. So if I'm not hosting anything else this summer. You can come over and hang out, but like I'm not gonna like have a full on Shabbat dinner.
I'm not doing different if you were this pregnant, like a different time of year, but just like all the variables of you being this pregnant, it being the peak of summer. It's so much. And I have so much empathy because I've been there with Julian because he was born in September. Like it is so hard to be that pregnant in Orlando in the summer.
No, it really is. It's the summer that's killing me. Because I was saying to Sam the other day, I was like, obviously I was in a very different position with Jonah, but I didn't feel this exhausted and this.
Yeah.
Again, I was younger. Yes, I was.
You didn't have a child. You didn't have a child.
I know. So I'm trying to not compare apples to oranges, but yeah, it's just my body. I can only do so much. We went to like 3 furniture stores the other day. I was dead by the end of the day. Because we're in a search for a recliner and a dresser and amongst other things.
I thought you were getting like Sam's old dresser or something.
We're doing something different. We change our minds all the time.
Different vision. Okay.
It's really great around here. We are doing great. So yeah. So I'm fine. The baby's fine. It's again just 3rd trimester tings of the swelling. I'm gonna go to yoga this weekend. I'm gonna make it a thing. Yeah, and my hips are burning.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Just a lot, and I just can't, I'm going to say it every episode. I can't believe I'm going to get bigger than this. Am I going to have a 10-pound baby? I just might. I don't know.
No, you won't. But
yeah. So all good. So, speaking of being all good and, baby and tings, I wanted to chat about hospital bags because most of what they say on Instagram and like all of like the fucking apps are a scam.
What's in my hospital bag? What am I packing? What am I bringing? I think because we're 2nd-time moms, it's definitely like a lot less this time around. Like
I cannot tell you how much I overpacked with my first child.
Oh yeah. I also think that's a universal experience of just like you said, you get fed this information on TikTok and Instagram of like what you need to bring. You don't. Really, you could get away with nothing because the hospital has your bare minimum of what you need. However, there's a few things that like are beneficial to have, so we'll get into it. But yeah.
No, you can get away with very close to nothing.
Yep.
Because I think social media, which let's bring it back to social media, they glamorize the whole hospital experience a little bit too much. And I'm here to humble you and say, no, it's not this like glamorous, cool thing. And I now know that. So I will not be bringing unnecessary items. I just won't. You won't catch me doing it.
I know you see some videos where literally the husbands are bringing like air mattresses and they're bringing
their funny. That was
their fire sticks to watch like movie. It's just like unnecessary.
Nintendo, maybe a Switch, maybe. I would be pissed if Sam brought thank God I have a husband who's not into video games, but I think I would be pissed if Sam brought the Switch while I'm like dying, rolling you know.
Yeah, no, we're gonna watch whatever's on TV together. Even like the fact that he got to eat and I didn't, like that enough was about to be
Like a
divorced.
trigger.
Like he had to literally eat his pizza in the parking lot because I just couldn't be around it.
That's so funny. I love that you did that.
Yeah. Yeah, he actually got mad, I remember, because with Gio, that was the only time I was in labor. He went and I ate his pizza in the parking lot, and I guess he was texting me, and I didn't answer because I was bouncing on the yoga ball, like talking to my mom. It wasn't on my phone, and he like came in like pizza half in his mouth. He's like, "Oh, I thought you gave the birth of the baby," and I'm just like bouncing, like 1 centimeter dilated. Like you're a freak. I'm just not on my phone.
That's so funny. Oh,
Anyway,
Taylor.
but yeah, so yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, we wanted to check. Yeah, I'm not going to be that cutesy girl who has, it laid out for you. Sorry, I'm still working on that. But I wanted to just go over my list because I would love, Savannah, if you
I'll
think
chime
I'm
in.
missing
And then
something
also
as well.
if I start thinking of things that I brought that was unnecessary last time, like I'm
Yeah.
sure it'll flow. Yeah.
And I have it categorized in my phone as well as me, Sam, and baby, and then miscellaneous
Nice.
because
Nice.
I'm going to be packing for everybody. And I think the last time too, I was so disorganized with my packing because again, I was in a very different situation, and I just kind of threw everything in because also I didn't know when I was giving one day I was giving birth at 29 weeks, the next I was giving birth at 33 weeks. We didn't know like when I was giving birth, so I think that was also like, so the fact that I will have actually like an actual hospital bag packed, and I'm gonna do it like this week or next. That's kind of my goal. Because I'm 32 and a half right now, and I feel like 34.
I think people say like by 35, like that's when you should start packing it. Also start washing your baby bottles in your house, like have things prepared because
the baby bottles I'm not worried about yet. I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like things you don't want to do when you get home, like about 35, 36 weeks is when like start getting your ducks in a row, because at that point it's like go time at any point sort of a thing.
Right. So yeah. So for me, what I did wrong the last time, which I'm going to do differently this time, is like I said, I overpacked so hard. I brought like 5, 6 outfits.
For you or for baby?
For me.
Yeah.
Also we didn't know Jonah. Well, we had an idea Jonah was small, but we brought newborn size clothes for him. They were obviously, he was swimming in them. And we had to, and I'm in the bed getting stitched up ordering preemie clothes because like
Amazon Prime will be your best friend that first week postpartum, like
my God, literally. Yeah. I'm ordering preemie clothes because he does not fit in newborn whatsoever, but that's another tangent. So I'm only bringing 2 pairs of pajamas.
Oh yeah, no, that's exactly what you need, because especially like right after you give birth, you still have to be in their scrubs because you're still connected to the IV and they got to take your vitals and stuff like that. So yeah, even 1 I think is
right. Like 2, I'm just being a little generous in case I have to have a C-section or whatever.
Yeah, or like you get them dirty, leaking blood, whatever. Yeah,
that's the thing. I don't want blood on these nice PJs.
No, I use the scrubs mostly.
I really used the scrubs the entire time, and then I had a going home outfit. Yep. And that was it. That's why I'm like, I'm bringing 2, and that is it. I'm not going to subscribe to all these cutesy outfits and whatever. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not. It's cute that these moms can do like the matching and.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I don't know. It's just not.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah.
No, not me. Because guess what? I'm going to be home, and then I can do that in my own home. Like, why do we have to do this? That's what I'm saying, like the glamorizing. It's like, I can do this at home. Like, why do we have to do this in a disgusting hospital? So 2 pairs of pajamas. I am going to bring my entire skin routine because I do think it's going to be therapeutic for me.
You. Yeah, that's important for you.
Yeah, I think it's going to be therapeutic for me, and it's going to be a reason for me to get out of bed, because that was something last time. I remember my sister would be like, you need to get out of bed, like, and I wasn't getting out of bed. So that will be, a reason. And skincare is very important to me. So I'm bringing my entire skin routine. Obviously a toothbrush and toothpaste. I'm bringing my I already bought the 10 feet like long chargers.
That's very
because
important.
yes,
Yep.
that I will say, everybody says it, but it's true. You should bring a long ass charger because
You don't know where the outlets are going to be
right.
in comparison to where you are. Oh, so going back to your skincare routine, I will say that was different between my first birth and second birth. First birth, yes, stayed in the bed, didn't do anything for myself. This with Julian is the only time I showered in the hospital because I was like, I need to
Mm.
feel like a real person. I took a shower, did my full skincare. That really does help bring you back to life. So I would suggest that.
Yeah, because you're really like if you're especially if you're giving birth vaginally, you're smelly, you're disgusting, you have sweated 1,000 suns.
And been in labor, like you've been unshowered for a few days. Like,
Yeah.
no, it's not
I know my
glamorous.
sister had to shove me in the shower last
Yeah.
time. So now I'm like very aware that no, it needs to happen at least once.
Yep.
Long phone charger. Granny panty underwear. But
Yeah, I honestly just use the hospital horrible underwear.
I
Like,
did that too, but I'm just gonna bring a couple pairs just in
yeah,
case. And for me, because I am not breastfeeding, I am going to bring like some sports bras. I've been doing a lot of research on not breastfeeding and
right.
formula feeding from the get. And they say don't bind. You should not bind yourself with bandages. That's kind of a new research
It's an
lately.
old practice. Yeah,
It
that's
is
like
an
what they
old
did.
practice
Hmm.
because that actually causes mastitis and other
Yes.
things. So
Yes.
they just say really nice, tight fit sports bras work
Yes.
just as well. So I'm bringing a couple sports bras, probably more than a couple. I said 2 to 3 just because, I could be leaking. I could be, whatever it is.
Yeah. And
I'm,
also, odds are your milk is not going to come in until you get home. That happened both times. Like, my milk did
it
not come
happened.
in until I got home.
Yeah,
So it's
that
good to be
happened with me too.
prepared, but odds are you won't need it till you get home.
Right, right. So sports bras. So I'm going to bring like fuzzy socks because I do like that.
I did
And
bring fuzzy socks. It's one of those comfort things that like make you feel a little more human, like a little
right.
cozy, not that you're not in a gross hospital.
Right. And I do have like the Pilates socks as well. So they have like the grippies on the
The
bottom.
grippies are important, yeah,
Oh, gotta have a grippy.
because you're not gonna wear shoes. You're just not.
No, I'm bringing flip flops, but I'm gonna bring like my Birks. So it's like they don't have like the thong in the middle. It's just
Yeah,
um
yeah. Some slides. I brought slides.
some
Yeah, some
slides. Yes.
slides and fuzzy socks were all
Because the
my
slides will
footwear.
also be in turn for showers because
Yep.
I don't like to put my feet on the floor there. So bringing some slides. So that's basically all I'm bringing for me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need the hospital is going to provide the diaper. I do have diaper. One of my friends already bought me diapers, so I do have some.
Are they the
here.
Freedom Mom ones? Because those are superior.
Yes, like the high waisted Freedom Mom ones.
Those are really good.
Okay, great to know. So I have those.
You never used them the first time?
No, I did not.
They just like kind of hug you in and like, yeah, I just like those. But for the hospital, I just did what I gave me and I used it. And then when I got home, I used like what I liked. Yeah, the Freedom Moms, they're expensive. So after I went through the ones that were gifted to me, I just went to I honestly got straight adult diapers for that first week because they're cheap and they get the job done. And like the whole like pad to underwear thing, it's just like, I just got diapers.
You ain't impressing nobody.
No, you and your baby will both be in diapers.
You're not trying to get your husband all hot and bothered in your bloody diaper.
No, stay away from me. Your husband won't be helping getting you in the diaper for the first couple days, especially if you have a C-section.
Literally. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had to put my diaper on a couple times.
And that is how you know you have a great husband.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And speaking of husbands, for my husband, I'm literally doing 2 pairs of shorts for him, 1 pair of sweatpants, 2 shirts, and a sweatshirt zip up.
Yeah, it does get cold in hospitals because
zip up, but the zip up is also for skin to skin. So if he's like cold and he wants to like have his skin.
No, it's a great idea. And he doesn't want to have like his bare chest like out to like the world, then yeah, that's a good idea.
A zip up or a button up, whatever your husband prefers, but I'm going to do a zip up for him and obviously like his underwear and all that shit, but that's for husband, so he doesn't really need all that much. So for baby, I'm doing 2 to 3 onesies. I have 2 onesies that one of them is going to be her going home outfit. It has her name on it. So, and I got it the other day, and it's so cute. With like a matching bow. Oh, the bows. It's killing me. I know I'm starting to get like more clothes from people, and let me tell you, it's just
just wait till you open mine. Yeah,
I'm dying.
Yeah.
So 2 to 3 onesies, I feel like that's fine because honestly, with Jonah, he was swaddled for the most part anyway. It was swaddled naked,
literally. Swaddle naked. That's exactly what I was going to suggest. We just swaddled them naked because the thing is they're still going to be coming in every 4 hours to like undo them and check their temperature, if they're jaundiced, all of that. So like they have to be naked. So we had them swaddled naked. Yeah.
Swaddled naked. Totally
we just got the onesie for the picture and the onesie for going home, like kind of like what you said.
Yeah, 2 to 3. I feel like that's perfect. I'm bringing formula. So let's talk about that really quick. So, as I think most of the podcast knows, if you've been listening, I have decided that I'm going to formula feed from the get. I am not going to breastfeed. I had not the greatest experience with Jonah, and I just feel very informed and good about my decision to not, because it just was not. I love that it was such a great experience it is such a great experience for other women, but it is just not for me. And
it's also very mentally taxing.
I am very fully confident in my decision. So let's just start there. I am bringing formula because we were just talking about this morning. I am giving birth at a baby-friendly hospital.
I hate that name.
I hate that name so much. What does a baby-friendly hospital mean, you ask? It is basically they want to encourage you to breastfeed because it's better for the baby. It's like quote unquote. Yeah, that's like what, like, can you actually, Savannah, can you explain it a little better since you've actually been in contact being
not really, but all I can say was that, so like when I gave birth to Geo, that brand hospital was not quote unquote the baby friendly brand. It was just regular. So at that point, my milk hadn't come in yet. I wanted to breastfeed and pump, but my milk hadn't come in yet. He was also jaundiced though, so he had to eat and drink a lot so he could poop. So they just gave us formula, like literally from day one gave us formula, and I had no problems because I'm like, whatever, however he needs to get fed, no issue. Then I gave birth 2 years later at the same exact hospital. And same issues. He kind of had jaundice, so my milk hadn't come in. So we've been here before. So I'm like, can I please have formula? They like would not give it to us. They're like, well, we really want to try, like, have you latch and all that stuff. And I'm just like, okay, like I am trying, but like I'm getting drops here, which they always say that's enough. And he kept like losing weight, but he almost lost like a full 1.5 pounds, which is like a lot. And so I wish I had been more adamant. Like, I want formula. Finally, on the day we got sent home, I was like, I want formula. My milk still hasn't come in. Like, we're not leaving until later, whatever. So they finally were like, okay, fine. So they brought us formula, and with formula, they gave us like a bunch of papers we had to sign. We almost had to check the formula out like it was a prescription, how she described it. Like they wrote sort of like a prescription. And then I specifically remember one of the papers I signed, she was like, so this is basically stating that you know that breast milk is better, but you're choosing to do formula anyway. Like, that's exactly how she described it. And I was like, okay, like, where do I sign? Like, yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm choosing to do formula. Anyway, so then I did more research on like, what was because when I left, I was like, what was the polar difference? Because I had a completely different experience as far as breastfeeding and formula. And then I looked into it. And since then, the hospital has gone, quote unquote, baby friendly. So basically, like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm sure they can explain it better. But the like broad explanation is that, yes, they're very breastfeeding forward. They will push that as much as they can and then use formula as like a last resort. Why they do it, I don't know. They say because, quote unquote, breast milk. They have like the quote unquote breast is best policy, which is like,
but again, that's putting the stigma that is so unnecessary. Like,
I think it's some sort of tax write-off. Like, there must be a reason the hospitals are doing it. They must get more funding or something because they're using less formula. Like, everything's for a purpose, for a financial benefit to somebody. I think they must get some sort of benefit financially. Like, when hospitals go.
You might not be
because
wrong,
they're saving money because they're not using as much resources formula. They're using breast milk. So I think I don't think that, I think it's for a financial purpose for the hospital. But Annoying either way. So just know, Google your hospital that you're giving birth, see if they're labeled baby friendly or not. If they are, just know you're going to have to advocate if you don't want to go the breastfeeding route, or if you want to do what I was doing. I just wanted to do both, combo feed.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, because even though losing weight after you give birth for the baby is quote unquote normal, it doesn't mean it has to happen. Like, why can't I feed them? Like, they're crying because they're hungry. And that was the thing. Julian was screaming because he was hungry, and my milk hadn't come in. Like, I don't know. So, yeah,
Yeah.
just research, and just advocate for
And I
yourself and your baby.
did ask, because I did my hospital tour a couple weeks ago, and they mentioned that they're a baby friendly hospital, and I said, okay, so is it going to be hard for me to get formula because I don't want to breastfeed? And a hospital coordinator is going to say, no, it's fine, it's good, whatever. I'm just going to be proactive, and I'm going to bring my own pack of like the 8-pack of like the little
Similac?
the 2-ounce the 2-ounce bottles with like
Yeah.
the nipple, because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to bring my own I don't want to bring my own bottles to the hospital. I just really don't. I'd
No,
rather
those
just
little
do.
ones. I mean, that's what the hospital will give you.
Yes, they will, but I'm gonna just
And
bring
they're
my
so not. They're
I'm
so
gonna
good.
bring my own pack of it,
Yeah.
just in case I can't get it fast enough, or just in
Yeah.
case.
But if they want to give it to you, then take it because it's free. Well, quote unquote free. Your insurance is paying for it. But like,
Right,
you know.
included in our stay,
Yeah.
in our all-inclusive resort.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's another thing from the hospital. Like anything that is in your room, like they'll give you packs of diapers. They'll give you diapers for yourself.
Free
Take it all.
game.
Take it
Take it
all
all.
because you've already been charged on your insurance for it. So like right before we left, like our check-in date, we're like, oh, we need more diapers, we need more this, that, and then we just packed it all.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So that is just I know we went on quite a tangent there, but I think it's important to talk about, because if anybody else is on that route of going formula from birth,
Yeah.
I'm just going to bring my own little 8-pack just in case. You just never know. So that's me. So formula, I'm bringing burp cloths, a baby blanket, I wrote here maybe a bottle or 2, but the more I'm thinking about it, like I'm probably not, because
If you have those Similac ones with the bottle, then yeah.
then I'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it for the baby, because again, they have diapers, they have wipes, they have all that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the miscellaneous that I'm bringing
Mm-hmm.
is I'm bringing my speaker, because I know last time we talked about how I want my Birth Bangers playlist to be bumping and grinding. So I'm bringing my JBL speaker. I'm bringing my big ass hydro jug for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm gonna bring my glasses with me. I am bringing my own blanket and pillow this time. I did not do that last time.
I did it. Yeah.
Yeah, I want. Yeah, I'm doing it.
Especially like the pillow, like I just felt like they didn't have
paper. The pillow is paper.
And the blanket was just nice to have, like for both Taylor and I to just like snuggle up with our own blanket. It's just one of those things that like are not necessary, but they do make you feel a little more human, a little less like that this is a hospital.
Yeah.
We enjoyed that. And that was what we used for skin to skin. Like we did naked skin and then like put the blanket over.
Okay.
But yeah, we brought blankets.
Yeah, I am going to do that this time, and no regrets there. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring like the breast friend pillow, like the like to help with feeding.
Yep.
And
yeah, we brought our boppy pillow or whatever.
Yeah, like what a boppy breast friend.
And I use that as my pillow too, like because that's even more comfy than the paper pillows.
Low key love a boppy, like sleeping on a boppy.
Yeah, no, I slept on the boppy and Taylor slept on the pillow from home because yeah, those hospital pillows are horrible.
Yeah, well, the breast friend was really nice for newborn, so that's why I'm gonna bring that. And then I'm also gonna bring like a little, like one of my like Trader Joe's bags, just in case, because just to put things from the hospital in there, like all the extra
little
diapers, all
swag bag.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna bring like a whole other suitcase, like you know how like foreigners do when they come to Orlando and they come to the outlets, they bring like an entire suitcase.
It's like that Denzel Washington like meme, like I'm leaving here with something.
Like I'm not gonna go but I'm gonna bring like a couple of like the reusable grocery bags, and I will put, that's where I will put the the goods,
Yeah.
the good. Yeah. So that's about it. Does that sound like, what do you think, Savannah?
It's good. I have a few other things that I personally brought that like I know one like we won't agree on, but maybe I didn't pay attention, but did you put a Velcro swaddle on your list? Because I would bring that.
Oh, I have. That's actually a very good point. Thank you so
Because
much.
that was one thing I did not do the first time. Because I think when I gave her to Gio, I didn't even know what Velcro swaddles were. Like we just used the swaddles from the hospital, but that was like one of the best things we ever did when I gave birth to Julian. Is we brought like the Velcro swaddle that we loved from Gio. We brought it, and that's exactly we swaddled them naked. And the great thing about the Velcro swaddles is that it has a zipper. So you don't even have to unswaddle them. Like they literally could just zip it from the bottom, get their temperature, whatever they needed done. Like he didn't even wake up. And everybody commented. And a lot of hospitals will have Velcro swaddles, but
Yeah.
this hospital didn't. And all the nurses were like, wow, this was such a good idea that you brought this. And I'm like, yeah, that was the best thing we ever did. So yes, a Velcro swaddle. You have that on your list now?
No, now I put it on. Thank you so much for
Yes.
that.
Velcro swaddle. Another thing that I know you will not agree with, we brought our portable sound machine. If you're a sound machine stan, if you're not, just like there was just a lot happening with like the nurses coming in and out, that you're constantly have the hospital like beep beep. Again, Lila's very against sound machines because she thinks the baby should just adapt to whatever.
I'm not against them. I'm good.
Yeah, so I brought one. What's cool about the portable sound machine I have, there's a heartbeat sound setting. So it was calming for both Julie and Angio, because that's the only sound that the baby has right now is your heartbeat. Like that's literally what they're listening to right now. So we just put the heartbeat sound on both, and like they were cool as cucumbers. There was another thing. So sound machines. Because you're not going the breastfeeding route, but a lot of people who are bring their pump that they are going to pump in to the hospital, so that when because the lactation consultant will come, it's not a great experience because they're just like in and out. Oh, you got nipples? Great, goodbye. Like it's usually not a great experience. However, sometimes people like to bring their pump because, especially if you're a first time mom, you can like have them help assemble it for you, have them help like figure out how to do it. So if you're a first time mom and you have your own pump, bring it. That's all I will say. Yeah, that was really the only other things that I found beneficial that that you didn't have on the list. But other than that, yeah, you really don't need much, I will
You
say.
really don't.
Plus, like you said, with like the pajamas, or if you need an extra pair of shorts or whatever, you're 20 minutes from home. Like someone can go get it for you. Like it's not that big of a deal.
I'm not mad about any of it.
Yeah. Oh, I guess another thing we brought more snacks this time around.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so you might want to look into bringing snacks. We brought like granola bars, crackers, just like non-perishable snacks, and we had it in like a little Trader Joe's bag. Especially if you're going into labor, like you could be there for 18-20 hours, and the hospital brings you food, but as everyone knows, it's not great, and it's on a schedule. So yeah, we brought snacks. So I would look into maybe bringing snacks for him and you.
I don't know where my phone just went, but yes, that is a very good point. I will add it when. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I had to do like a whole readjustment of the couch. My couch like splits in the middle. It's so annoying. Snacks for Sam and I.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some snacky
well,
snacks.
I hope this was informative for you all. Because I know it was for me.
Yeah.
Okay, shall we get into win and fails?
Sure.
Okay.
Who do you want to start?
I can start if you.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'll start with fail, and then so I have like a couple of quick so first off, fail wise, like I've just been a rageful girly.
Oh, the rage has come.
The rage is just deep. It's not so deep. It's actually quite on the surface. I'm just so sick of everyone's shit. It's
Your
just like
tolerance, your patience,
I
yeah,
my correct. My tolerance and patience is just really
low.
very quite thin, and my poor husband and other people surrounding me, so I do feel bad. So that's all. I'm definitely in that rageful part of my pregnancy. And then this is more of like, it's a fail, but it's like funny as hell. So as you all know, we're potty training Jonah. He's doing really well. We're like decreasing the reinforcement, and we his reinforcement though for going in the toilet is chocolate chips.
Mhm.
I needed those chocolate chips because I was making chocolate chip pancakes. He was playing out here in the living room, and I was in the kitchen, and I went to the bathroom to go grab the bag of chocolate chips. And then, but my Jonah, he sees everything. So he saw the chocolate chips and he looked at me, and I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, okay, like I'm putting the chocolate chips in the pancakes, whatever. Next thing I know, he pulls down his diaper. He goes to the sliding glass door, which is right here, and he pulls out his wee wee and proceeds to start peeing. And I saw all of a sudden I see a tushy, and I'm like, no, I abandon pancakes. I run, and I get him, and I carry him like a football to the bathroom. And he finished in the toilet, I will
Good, good,
say.
good.
But it was just like the funniest thing that he saw those chocolate chips and was like, "Oh well,
It's pee time.
you don't gotta tell me twice." Boop, and took out his wee wee. Can you believe?
No, it's so funny.
So funny. So those are my fails. Um, my win, I would say it's a Jonah win, because this weekend we had to do a lot of boring things.
Mm.
We did furniture shopping, which, let me tell you, as a child and teenager, I don't know if you felt this way. I hated going furniture shopping with
Oh
my
yeah,
parents.
why would anyone like that?
It is seriously, it was something I hated so much, and now I'm doing it with my child, and I feel so bad, but I'm sorry, like, you literally have no
But I also
choice.
like don't like it as an adult either. Like it's a boring, tedious task. Like you have to do it.
It is. It's not like, no, it's not the best, but it's not like, I enjoy it a little bit now because it's for me. It's not
Yeah.
like, but my parents love to dilly and dally. Like they really, like
Oh
Sam
yeah.
and I are actually very like, okay, we're in, we're out. Like if we don't like
Like
it, like
have
that's it.
already done prior research and it's like this is like what we're looking for.
Right.
Yeah.
No, there was so much dilly dallying as a child.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that, and then we did a lot of that, and we went to, my mom has moved to Florida, by the way, podcast. And nursing homes are not fun. Like assisted living homes are not fun,
For
and
kids.
they don't have anything
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah. They're
No,
not very kid friendly, as they shouldn't
no, they're
be.
not.
Yeah.
Everybody like dies for the children, which is, it's
They
so cute, like
do. They
walking
do.
through.
They do.
It's so cute walking through a nursing home with
You'll have to take him
your
trick or treating there because
child.
that's like a big thing they do at nursing homes.
Oh my god, I'll have to talk to my sister
Yeah.
about that. Anyway, so he just had to endure a lot of boringness this weekend, and I just want to shout out Jonah because he was a trooper. He could have really been so much worse, and he did get fussy at some points, and he did, it was hard, but we got through. And I think on our part, like, we just, no, we did not bring enough things to entertain him, and that's like on us. But I will say, I just, yeah, shout out to Jonah for just being a trooper this weekend when we had to
So
do
good.
things that were not so fun.
Yeah.
So go Jonah.
Go,
How
Jonah.
about you?
Well, so my win and fails are also potty train related. So we're starting fails. Okay, so the fail, really I wasn't gonna do a fail because I think like we survived the trip, we did great, like whatever. That's like our universal
Amazing.
win. But I was trying to think of like what went wrong. The only like kind of funny thing that's potty train related is so Gio, this is the first time that Gio has stayed at a house that's not like his house. I mean, yes, he stayed with my parents, but like we were at like an Airbnb, VRBO, whatever. So it's like
Right.
a house, so he's supposed to get comfortable, right? But it's not his house. And we're staying with other people that like are our family, but they're not, you know. So there was two instances, both outside, like so there was a big backyard where there was a pool, and that's like where everyone hung out, like big grassy area, whatever. And well, at one point, actually, no, we were in the kitchen when this happened. He wanted to go to the pool. I was like, okay, we got to go change our clothes and get our swimsuit on. He's like, okay, just immediately drops his pants and like gets naked in the kitchen with like 20, 10 other people. And I'm like, no, like we do that at home. But then it's like, oh, it's my fault because we do that at home where I'm just like, oh, take your clothes off, throw them in the wash, So it's like having to reteach him, like, we don't do that in public, like with people. He's like, but we're home, but we're not home, And then we were outside by the pool, which, like, I know this is my fault because I've let him do this at home, where he was like, oh, I have to go potty, and immediately just dropped his pants and tried to pee in the grass. And I'm just like, no, can't do that. You have to go in the toilet. So, like, that was just sort of funny. Like, again, my fault. We need to, like, things we do in the privacy of our home, we can't do not in our home.
I know it's hard, but
yeah, and the whole family, everyone's totally understanding. Like,
yeah, like we ain't mad about it.
No, but it's just like funny. And then to turn it into a win as far as potty training, Julian, remember I have a second child, his name is Julian. Like he doesn't come on this podcast often. However, Julian, second child problems, right? Like he has to get noticed. He's like taken upon itself to like potty train himself. Like I don't really know what's going on, but like he's just like decided he's gonna do it. Because I had said how like he'll follow his brother into the toilet and watch him pee and poop, and then he'll be like, oh, my turn, and try to undo his diaper and like hop in the toilet. And that's how he started peeing in the toilet. So he's been peeing in the toilet for a while. And then like right before he left for the trip, he started a couple times he's pooped in the toilet, where it's like he just at first I thought it was accidental, like he pushed and like a poop fell out, and then of course we reinforced it. The thing about, which is funny, I'm finding with Gio, when we were potty training Gio, he's very like Jonah. Like he wants a reinforcement. He's like, I'm leaving here with something. I want a toy. I want a Skittle. I want something. Julian just wants your love. Like he just wants you to be like, oh, good job. Baby. He loves the reinforcement of just your praise. So he pooped in the toilet a couple times before he left. And, I was like, oh my God, biggest party, whatever. Again, I'm not trying to potty train him. He's not even he's like forcing it upon himself. So that whole week we were gone in California, he pooped in his diaper one time. He pooped in the toilet all the other times. Isn't that insane?
Wow, that really is insane.
So like, good on him. He's my win. But again, I'm not trying to do this. He's just like,
no, I mean, when you're so close in age too, and like you see your brother being potty trained, I get it. I get it.
So that's just.
Look at us go.
Yeah, I know. I think we're so anyway.
Yeah,
and like the whole trip was a win too. But yeah,
having a fun summer. We're having a hot mom summer.
So hot.
Just kidding. It's so hot, and I'm doing nothing. So.
Well, it's so hot outside, and you're a mom, so hot mom summer.
That is the definition, clearly.
Yeah.
Well, dare I say?
Dare you say?
Thank you so much for listening to the Scrunchy Moms Club podcast. If you don't already follow us, please follow us at the Scrunchy Moms Club podcast on TikTok, on Instagram. We have our YouTube channel, Scrunchy Moms Club podcast. We are the pink one. Give us a like, give us a comment, give us a 5-star review, because that's pretty much all we are. And I really hope you all have a fantastic week. Stay cool out there, because goddamn, it is hotter than the sun.
Yeah.
All right. We love you so much, and take it easy, friends. Bye.